Hey students, some of you are still having troubles once you go to graphical analysis or Logger Pro and you go ahead and you hit Microsoft Print to PDF and then it doesn't show up on your desktop. And I think I'm beginning to discover why. There's actually two virtual desktops. And the one you're looking at right now is my virtual desktop. So I already started my virtual desktop. I think you know how to get there. I'll just make a quick comment, vmview.sbcc.edu. Type that into your browser and then log in and you'll get your desktop. So this is what my desktop looks like, and yours is going to look something like this. You won't have obviously the same files saved on them, but this is my desktop. And so when you go to make a graph, let's see if I can help if you can't find yours. So I'm going to do this and go to, say, graphical analysis. All right. And so I'm going to open graphical analysis. And once graphical analysis opens, I can make a little graph. Let me just make a quick one here. How about a 1 and a 2 and a 5 and a 10. So a boring graph here. It's got 2 data points. I'll even, I guess, auto scale. It doesn't really matter. But there's that first point, and somewhere over there, that's the second point. So kind of boring graph. So there's the second point and maybe the first point. So there's my 2 points, 1, 2. So better looking graph, but give it a title and all that. But here's really what I want to show you. So when you come over here and you go to print graph, okay, print graph. So you want to turn this into Canvas, hit the checkbox, put your, well, it doesn't really matter what you do there because you're going to save it and turn it into Canvas. But here it says Microsoft Print to PDF, okay, and then click OK. All right. Now, I think what I showed you guys was to do this. Click on this desktop up here. And here's where the confusion could come in. There's really 2 desktops. So what I'm going to say is if you can't find it on your desktop, why don't you save it twice on each desktop and hopefully it'll be on the right one here. All right. So if I go to this PC and I will see a bunch of drives, and the 2 that have access to you is the C drive and the U drive. Okay. And I'm pretty sure the U drive is the one I'm currently set up for. But let me save it to both. So if I went to the C drive, double click, and I went down here to users, and there's my name, MK Young, and then there's a desktop. Okay. So I'm going to save it to the desktop. And I usually refer to this as desktop number 2. You can even see I have a file here called GA desktop 2. So let me give it a different one. Let me say I'm doing this for the students, so I'll call it student 2. Okay. So I'm going to save this one. And so this one will go on my C drive. So I hit save, everything looks good. But if I go back to that desktop I was looking at, it wouldn't be there. And I'll do that in just a second. But let me do a second one because that's what I'm going to encourage you. If you're having troubles, save it twice or print it twice. So again, print to Microsoft Print PDF. And of course, there's where I just did it in the C drive. I'm going to go back to this PC and scroll down. And so the first time I saved it on the desktop of the C drive, now I'm going to save it on the desktop of the U drive. So let me click on the U drive and you'll see just where it says desktop and double click. And so let me call that student student 1. Again, I often refer to this as my first desktop. It's my main desktop. I don't even really use that second one once in a while. But anyways, and again, that's not even counting my home desktop. So you might say I have 3 here. I have 2 virtual ones and my home one. All right, but I'm just going to go save to that. All right, so if we're happy with all of that, and we think we got it, and I'm just going to encourage you to do it twice. Do it to each desktop. Because then when you close your graphical analysis, you'll come down here and you'll see one of them, okay? Oops. And there is the one that I would use. And then this is the one where I would go and start my browser and either email this to myself or even start Canvas within the browser so I can turn this in. So I'll say it again. The main thing here is until you figure out which is the one you have access to, do it twice. Do it to each desktop. And then when you come back here, it will be one of the ones will be here, either the one from the C drive or one from the U drive. All right. Well, hope that helps.